Did you ever feel as though you had something inside you that was only waiting for you to give it a chance to come out? An intriguing question posed in Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. This groundbreaking novel, penned by the visionary Huxley, transports us into a dystopian future, a stark contrast to the world as we know it. A world where technology reigns supreme, dictating the rhythm of existence, and control is the cornerstone of society, shaping every aspect of life. In this brave new world, humanity is but a cog in the grand machinery of progress, stripped of its essence, its very nature. The themes of control, technology, and the inherent human spirit intertwining, creating a complex tapestry, are what make this masterpiece resonate even today. Each page, each line, a mirror held up to our own world, forcing us to question, to reflect, and to understand the depth of our own humanity. And so, our journey into this brave new world begins. Chapter 1 of Brave New World introduces us to a chilling vision of the future. In this future, we encounter an entity known as the world state, a global government that exercises absolute control over its citizens. The world state's control is not enforced by guns or laws, but rather through a systematic and scientific process of human conditioning. From the moment of birth, each individual is conditioned to fit into a predetermined social and intellectual class, from the intellectually superior alphas to the physically laborious epsilons. This conditioning is not a matter of chance, but rather a carefully orchestrated process of psychological manipulation and biological engineering. The state uses techniques like sleep teaching and Pavlovian conditioning to instill in its citizens an unwavering acceptance of their social status and a relentless pursuit of community, identity, and stability. Individuality and freedom are seen as threats to this stability, and so they are systematically eradicated. The state ensures that each person is identical in thought, appearance, and desire, thereby eliminating the potential for social conflict or individual dissatisfaction. The pursuit of community is so pervasive that the phrase, "everyone belongs to everyone else," has become a common mantra, emphasizing the collective over the individual. The world state's emphasis on identity is equally chilling. Each person is stripped of their individuality and given a predetermined identity that aligns with the state's interests. This process of dehumanization is so complete that the concept of a family is considered obscene, and the idea of mother and father are unspeakable obscenities. Finally, the state ensures stability by maintaining an unchanging society. Technological and scientific progress are halted, as any change could potentially destabilize the society that the state has so meticulously crafted. The state's control is so absolute, so pervasive, that its citizens are barely human, reduced to mere cogs in the machine of the world state. Thus, we see the first signs of a society that values uniformity above all else. As we delve deeper into the novel, we encounter the facade of happiness that masks a deeper malaise. In the Brave New World, happiness is a commodity, crafted and controlled, not a spontaneous emotion. It's manufactured through the use of a drug, soma, a substance that numbs the mind and pacifies the spirit. This is a world where pleasure is prioritized over purpose, where immediate gratification trumps genuine satisfaction. The pursuit of pleasure is relentless, an endless cycle of superficial joy. This is not a society where individual desires are cherished. On the contrary, they are suppressed, stifled, smothered. The inhabitants are conditioned from birth to conform, to mold their wants and needs to the dictates of the state. Their lives are devoid of personal ambition, of aspirations, of dreams. They are mere cogs in the vast machinery of the state, their individuality ground to dust. Yet beneath the shiny veneer of this manufactured happiness, there is emptiness. The characters we encounter struggle with this imposed joy, this artificial contentment. They yearn for something more, something real. They grapple with the hollowness of their lives, the void that no amount of soma or mindless entertainment can fill. The protagonist, Bernard Marx, is acutely aware of this emptiness. He is discontented, dissatisfied, disillusioned. He yearns for genuine emotion, for authentic experiences. He craves for a life unfettered by the chains of imposed happiness. Similarly, Lenina Crown, a product of this world, finds herself increasingly drawn towards genuine emotion. She grapples with feelings of love and desire, emotions that the state deems unnecessary and disruptive. She is a mirror to us, a reflection of our own struggles with the illusion of happiness. In the brave new world, happiness is an illusion, a mirage in the desert of conformity. It's a carefully crafted facade behind which lies a profound malaise, a deep-seated dissatisfaction. Happiness, it seems, comes at a high price. In the world Huxley envisions, knowledge too comes with its own set of challenges. In this dystopian society, the pursuit of knowledge is not a noble endeavor, but a pathway to discontent. Characters like Bernard Marx and Helmholtz Watson, who dare to question the status quo, are viewed as anomalies, threats to the uniformity of the world state. The state's control over knowledge is absolute. It dictates what is learned, when it is learned, and how it is learned. From birth, citizens are conditioned to accept their roles in society, their desires, their pleasures. The state holds the reins of knowledge, ensuring that truth never disrupts the illusion of happiness. Yet, the character's quest for knowledge is relentless. Bernard seeks understanding of the system he inherently distrusts. Helmholtz yearns for a deeper connection with his art, beyond the superficiality imposed by the state. Even John, the savage, brings with him the knowledge of a world beyond the state's boundaries, a world where pain, suffering, and love exist. However, this quest for knowledge doesn't come without a price. The truth disrupts their perceived happiness, bringing them face to face with the harsh realities of their existence. Bernard's discontent grows, Helmholtz is exiled, and John's struggle ends in tragedy. Their experiences underscore a profound conflict, a paradox that Huxley puts at the very heart of his novel: the conflict between truth and happiness. Can one truly be happy without the freedom to seek truth? Or does the pursuit of knowledge inevitably lead to discontent? In the brave new world, the state attempts to resolve this conflict by suppressing knowledge, by conditioning its citizens to accept their assigned roles without question. But the character's struggles suggest that this resolution is not without its flaws. The unrestricted pursuit of knowledge may lead to discontent, to suffering, but it also opens the door to understanding, to freedom. The price of knowledge, it seems, is a necessary burden, a testament to the human spirit's unyielding quest for truth. In the brave new world, ignorance is indeed bliss. In the final chapters of Brave New World, we witness an act of defiance and its tragic consequences. Our protagonists, John, Bernard, and Helmholtz, each in their own way, choose to resist the world state's control, to challenge the status quo, and to fight for their freedom. Bernard, a conditioned alpha, becomes disillusioned with the shallow happiness of his society. Helmholtz, a writer, yearns for the freedom to create meaningful literature. And John, a savage outsider, rejects the world state's artificial paradise in favor of authentic human experience. Their rebellion, however, is not without struggle. They face ostracism, exile, and in John's case, a tragic end. But their resistance is not in vain. It is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, to the power of individuality, and to the innate desire for freedom that no amount of conditioning can extinguish. In their struggle, we see the themes of individuality, freedom, and the human spirit come to the forefront. These are the values that the world state seeks to suppress, but they are also the values that make us human. The world state's vision of happiness is revealed to be a facade, a hollow shell devoid of the depth and complexity of true human experience. And so, we are confronted with the question: what does it mean to be human? Is it to be free, to experience pain and joy, to struggle and to grow? Or is it to live in a state of constant shallow happiness, devoid of any true meaning or purpose? In the end, the brave new world proves to be a prison of conformity. It is a world that suppresses individuality, stifles creativity, and extinguishes the human spirit. And yet, it is a world that is eerily familiar, a stark warning of a possible future if we allow our desire for comfort and security to override our fundamental human values. Brave New World leaves us with a haunting question: are we trading our freedom for comfort? This dystopian narrative, penned by Aldous Huxley, has taken us on a journey through a society that thrives on uniformity and superficial happiness, a society that has paid a high price for its apparent utopia. We've delved into the conditioning of humanity, where individuality is sacrificed for the sake of stability. We've explored the illusion of happiness that masks the underlying conformity and suppression of the human spirit. We've seen the price of knowledge, how it can lead to isolation and despair in a world that values ignorance as a means to maintain harmony. And finally, we've witnessed the resistance and the downfall, the tragic end of those who dare to challenge the system. In the context of our world today, these themes resonate with unsettling clarity. We are constantly grappling with the balance between progress and ethics, technology, and humanity. Huxley's Brave New World serves as a stark reminder of what could happen if we let this balance tip too far in favor of progress without consideration for its impact on our fundamental human values. As we bid adieu to Huxley's Brave New World, we are left with a chilling reminder of the price of unchecked progress.